He got us up there. There's a shot of Barry up there, and what happens is that we have there's a number of things that come out of the tower. There's a periscope. There's a number of sensors that come up. And what happened was the chief of the boat was standing beside me, and I grabbed his walkie-talkie, and I cue the periscope going up and down. And when we finished 3 takes of this, we said, okay, let's head into the boat. And the cop turned to me and he goes, no human being alive has ever said a periscope except the captain. I hope he feels okay about it. And so I immediately went over to Captain Benaki and I said, you can say action and cut to Rick. So the very next scene, which is when you see when we shot down in the boat, Rick comes out of the officer's wardroom, and he says something to an actual crew member, and then starts to walk down the hall. The first time we did it was terrible, and it was terrible because the camera move didn't work. But the captain calls Rick back and goes, "Come on, Anderson, put some feeling into it."
This from the Navy. It was well taken. I did put some feeling into it later. Anyway.
Anybody else?
What was the question?
We know your favorite part was the poop.
That's the frozen poop. I would have to say the Arctic, absolutely. The whole experience, getting up there, the little Cessna that takes you 2 hours over the frozen ocean, and moments walking around with Ben where we just kept giggling like school kids, and the big helicopter shot on the 3rd pass. Ben and I laid down on the ice and made snow angels. Giggled like 6-year-olds. But the whole experience, in fact, probably for me, when we were coming back and just talking with the people who lived in Alaska, we did all these little puddle jumper flights and just hearing what's going on up there. The whole thing was just an amazing experience from start to finish. Bloody marvelous. But I have to say, I like being here and seeing the bands back together again. I don't mean that disingenuously. It's so nice to be back together and filming those movies, filming Arc of Truth and Continuum, just having the gang back together. It's such a nice feeling.
I was going to say all the things that they said except the poop part, but Amanda just reminded me of something that for me, one of the best parts of this is the part that you won't see, and that's the part of, because I spent so much of my life, the last 12 years of my life, being with these guys, and it's weird. Every day you see them, and every day you're with them, so you take for granted, and especially because most of us, except for Ben and Rick, live fairly close together, and we live blocks from each other, but still we don't see each other like we did when we were doing it regularly. And having everybody come back together and being able to do this, it was such a great, comfortable feeling of just sort of settling into it. For me as a director, and for having the actors around when you don't second-guess everything an actor is doing. You just know what they're going to do, and you know that they're going to bring something that you didn't expect to the party. And these guys do it every time. And after 12 years of doing 100 hours of Stargate, I was stunned by what came out in Continuum. And it was like, oh yeah, that's what I'm missing. And I miss it every day. What these guys bring to the screen, and being able to do it with Brad Wright sitting behind me and beside me all the way through this. Continuum for me was a huge experience, but you guys won't experience that. You just get sort of the spoils of that. But it was a massive experience for me as a director, just to be able to have that team back together. So, and it shows in the movie.
Did you like the scene with the plucky young escort pilot, though? Wasn't that really your favorite?
That's part of the whole movie.
Yeah, he's pretty good, that guy.
I'm letting Michael talk about him.
That was me, sitting in an F-15. Martin said you have to sit in an F-15 for a day if you can, so the escort pilot in Continuum was me, with a helmet on. You can't tell it's me, but it's me.
That's my favorite part.
Thanks, man.
And just now listening to Rick's poo story, that's my other favorite.
That's the sad part. So, Ben.
Definitely the Arctic.
for all of the reasons stated, including Rick's poop. Because when it's 50 below zero, you want someone sitting on that seat before you get there. And I appreciated it. It was just that much warmer.
Am I right?
He's right. There's an extended event that has to do with the fact that everything freezes on contact. So you carry your baby wipes with you, but you keep them next to your skin, right? Yeah, they give you a survival guide because you could die going to the toilet. Which is why I had to have Martin there. Okay.
Chris, we can always count on you to elevate the...
Well, yeah. You know, Rick obviously has something figured out with the whole ice thing, because if you touch metal, your hand freezes to it. Which, at this point, I can handle it myself, right? But if you do this, unless you're prehensile, you need your buddy. Martin was my survival buddy, but there were certain aspects like the whole I've got hypothermia, I'm getting into a bag naked. I was knocking on Amanda's door. I get told, Amanda, like, you want to swap survival buddies? I love Martin. He's insane. He actually went out into 50 below degree weather in his shorts. In his shorts and a little skimpy shirt. I have the photograph. Just for the fun of it. Next time you're going to wear your kilt up there, right? Yeah, the Arctic was a great experience, and the next time we go there, these other people need to come with us.